Still ahead here on the Early Show, cutting back on health care for pets. Some vets say it's becoming a crisis. We're going to show you how to make sure your pet is healthy. Could save you a fortune. You're watching the Early Show right here on CBS. There's one of the pets right there.
Look at how cute. How come I didn't get the dog segment?
Well, you know what? We gave you a little Llewellyn. That was the cute. This is cute segment number 2. In our Health Watch this morning, does the recession have you cutting back on your pet's health care? Well, you're not alone. Nationwide, 20% of pet owners say they're delaying visits to the vet, and 90% of vets say they're worried that the economy is impacting the overall health of the country's pet population. And they say that will cost pet owners a lot more in the long term as easily treatable illnesses become chronic ailments. Dr. Sheldon Rubin is president of the Illinois State Veterinary Medical Association, and he's here to show you how taking the best care of your best friend now could save you big money in the future. Dr. Rubin, good to see you.
Thank you for inviting me.
How big a problem is this?
Well, as I talk to my colleagues all over the nation, we find that the number of veterinary visits to the veterinarians are down. But guess what? The emergency clinic visits are way up. So that tells us 2 things. One is that people are waiting longer before they take their pets in when they think that a little illness is happening and they're going to wait and maybe it'll go away. And also they're not coming in for their preventive care.
So this basically boils down to an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, correct?
And lots of dollars. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and lots of money. You save a lot of money by doing preventive. That's the whole idea here. And you know, it's interesting because just for the cost of a Starbucks a week, you can prevent fleas, ticks, and heartworm disease in your dog and cat. Yeah. And it's so easy to prevent. And if you don't do that, the disastrous results of the infection for the pets and the cost to you is going to be tremendous. And that's why I'm so excited. You know, Bayer Animal Health, who is the maker of Advantage Flea Prevention, has this campaign now that's just so exciting about help your pet get to the vet.
And vaccines, so essential. I mean, one of the things I guess we've been reading about in the paper is Oprah, who adopted 2 dogs, and one just died from parvo. The other is very sick right now. Would vaccines have prevented those dog deaths?
Well, Oprah's dog, of course, got parvo virus, and we vaccinate. There's a core number of vaccines that are very important to base. That's the basics of all health, is your vaccinations. The frequency of vaccines is up to your veterinarian, but distemper, hepatitis, parainfluenza, parvo, rabies, and of course, depending on where you are, Lyme disease, all of these things are important. And cats get vaccines too. It's very important.
Aside from the vaccinations, what are some of the things? We've got obviously some animals here. What are some of the things you can do at home, just as an examination for the pet to make sure everything's okay?
These are simple freebies, you know, as we look at, you know, when we interact with our pet, you know, look at the eyes, make sure that there's not a lot of drainage from the eyes. Pick up the lip, look inside the mouth. You know, we talk about dog breath in our pets, but if it's exceptional and you see a lot of brown incrustations and you see red gums, I mean, that's a serious problem. You know, 80% of our pets have dental disease by the time they're 3 years of age.
Really?
Pick up the ears. Look at the ears inside. Are they red? Are they inflamed? Do they smell? Put your nose down there and smell them. You know, if they smell like old Fritos, you know that there's a problem. And if your pet is scratching its ears, that's a definite issue. And it's simple to do and really important. Pet your pet. They love this. It's like a massage. Run your fingers down the back of the pet. Feel the skin, look at the flakiness, look for lumps and bumps. If it's flaky and dry, maybe you need some fatty acids in the diet. If you find a lump or bump, take a little white off, that's your correction white fluid, mark it, and take it to your vet and let them look at it and see if it's something serious.
And how often should you check the pets to make sure that there are no lumps or anything along those lines?
I think if you interact with your pet like you should, and most people do, we think of them as members of our family, you do it every day. You know, there's nothing wrong with doing that. And I find that my clients always know when there's something wrong with their pet. You know, they smell them, they know there's a bump or a lump or there's a cyst or
overall behavior.
And remember that every bump and lump doesn't have to be serious.
As far as fleas and ticks, it seems kind of minor, put a little collar on them, but if you don't, it can really lead to a big problem.
Well, flea collars really don't work. We know that. So, you know, we're really into the topical medications now. You know, you apply the medication right over on the skin here. You get 30 days of protection. Fleas, of course, carry tapeworms. Ticks carry serious diseases like Lyme disease, of course, which affects us too. So a little ounce of prevention is really worth a pound of cure and a lot of money.
Good advice. Doctor, thank you so much.
Thank
Dr. Sheldon Rubin. For more on how to recognize possible problems with your pet's health, just go to our partner in health coverage, WebMD.com, and search for Sick Pets. And for more information on the Get Your Pet to the Vet initiative, or to find out how to adopt a new best friend, just log on to our website, earlyshow.cbsnews.com. All the information is right there. Doctor, thank you. Doggies, thank you all very much. Lisa, now let's go over to you.
So